Alright, real quick, finish up kind of what we had done before with the mounting of tires. I'm going to use MEK, methyl ethyl ketone, which is what I talked about before. It's pretty nasty, but all you do is, I just got a little paintbrush. You can brush it on. You can see I've used the stuff to clean out my brush before when I was actually applying the stuff in. All I really do is just get the two things wet and sort of get them on there. That one really didn't want to cooperate too much, but I like to turn it upside down to make the face sort of and then go as hot as usual. Probably didn't put enough. You kind of really gotta slop it on there so it'll slide, and then also probably, I guess, do it quickly. Usually that dried up quicker than I expected it to. There we go. I can see it slides a lot better when you do it fast. I'll do the same thing here. And we'll do the rim like that. Make sure there's plenty on here, because one thing MEK does evaporate quickly, so you have to be quick. You kind of same thing, sort of just face them out so they're, at least like to make the outsides semi even. The inside you're not necessarily going to get 100%. Now, on something like this, just because it looks pretty messy, you can actually go ahead and put a bunch of, use your brush and kind of brush off the excess. If you don't want it to look like a big mess, at least on the outside. The inside, who cares? But if you want to make your tires not look like crap, kind of do this stuff, and it doesn't take too much. Usually take most of that right off of there. Just wipe the gook off. Same thing on this one. It's a little messier because I had to go on and off like that. Almost lost that. Anywho, that's all you're trying to do. Clean it up so it looks halfway decent. Get some of this stuff off there too. Do that. Sort of wipe it off, clean it up. I'm not really worried about the actual. If you wind up getting any extra gunk on the tread, it doesn't even matter, because you're going to wind up, well, truing it. If you don't true it, maybe you want to worry about it. But if you're not truing it, that's pretty much what you wind up with. The tires slide on pretty easy, and wipe the gunk off your table, your glass table like I do. Come right off there, and you can put the brush into the MEK too, just to sort of make sure you get everything off of it. And I got another one where I can let it dry on. Close that up. There's your tires. And usually I'll let them sit overnight. Make sure that everything bonds correctly. And as an aside, these are some tires. These are for my F103, but I kind of did these tires in a similar fashion. This is a typical way to finish a tire when you true it. You round the edges somewhat. Go this way. Around the edges somewhat. You're not going nuts on it. You know, this is a fairly typical finish, but it's flat. You know, fairly flat. This is a 12 scale tire that really is more of a, I guess we could call it, more of a cue ball style. It's a little bit harder to see, I guess, because it's a smaller tire. But basically, this tire, the edges are a lot more radius right here and here. And the more you bring the radius in, across the tire, the more of a cue ball style that is. And that may be better for outdoor or asphalt type racing. You know, when you square the tires up more like a typical tire, that usually works a little better for indoor carpet type racing, higher traction racing. That's basically that. It's just kind of the quick lesson on it. You know, you need a sanding. You do your regular truing, then you sand across with a sanding stick, or if worse comes to worse, you can always use just a piece of sandpaper or something like that. It's a lot better with the sanding stick. It's more controllable. But that's your basic options there. And at some point, probably I'll do something about actually truing a set of tires when I have a chance. But that's pretty much it. So, awesome.